At Direct Service Garage Doors, we are your one-stop shop for all things garage door. From garage door repair and broken spring replacement to new garage doors and openers, we do it all. We're proud to be among the highest-rated local garage door companies in all of Northwest Arkansas. Our highly trained technicians are available 24 hours a day at no extra cost to you. So if you have an emergency, call us today, 479-203-5880, or visit our website at directservicenwa.com. Don't wait days. We'll fix it now.
All right. This is a call-in show. This is a call-in show. I'm going to share the link here in chat. I would invite anybody, whether you're an Ole Miss fan. Addison, I usually brag on you. Like, you're one of the more tolerable Ole Miss folks that have come through here. You're one of the few that do. Don't be that way tonight. I don't know that there's a reason why the predictions tonight were not set up for who would win and lose this game. I never thought Arkansas had a shot. They're garbage. I don't know what more to say. They're garbage. They're bad. If you don't beat Arkansas by 15 plus points, you're probably not a very good basketball team. And how the hell Arkansas managed to beat Duke? What happened? I don't know. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Patreon supporters. Ole Miss has discovered basketball, so good for them. We'll just have to take care of business there in baseball season, I guess. They've kind of been since the College World Series, so maybe we can get a little bit of get a taste of revenge there or something. I don't know. That's kind of like what we have to rely on. Is like, yeah, well, maybe we'll give the SEC the what for when we play baseball, because that's about the only sport we can rely on. And we have Ole Miss in Fayetteville, April 4th. Bring it on. It's garbage. They're so bad. Arkansas basketball, copy paste what I've said every freaking since Oklahoma. Nothing about this team is consistent other than just being bad. They're really bad. I got a link here for you guys or anybody who wants to call in. Go ahead, vent. I don't care. I've been drinking a little bit of caffeine. I'm running on probably about 4 hours of sleep. I'm all hyped up on the caffeine. Here's a link. If you want to call in, you want to vent your frustrations, we will go over the numbers here in just a second. I'm at a loss for words just how bad they are. I mean, really. I did drop a video today. If you guys haven't had a chance to go and watch it, I talked about a couple of defensive ends at Arkansas. As I told you guys earlier in the week, I'm starting to move on to football. Like, I'm already getting into I'm doing my due diligence for football. I'm going to sit down, do some more research, dive into some more analytics, recruiting, all this stuff. And I'm just going, we're going to start doing edited content for football. We're getting ahead of it. We're getting out in front of it. Why not? The basketball team may suck, but the luscious brown locks are looking great tonight. Thank you, Steve Dobbins. I'm thankful that you acknowledged my luscious locks. Listen, congrats to Ole Miss. You guys are better than I thought you were. You are. I don't think you're elite, but you're going to be up there. You're probably a top 6 SEC team. You are. I think they are. But that it has as much to do with that tonight as it just does Arkansas just being cheeks, bro. They're just cheeks. That's the truth of it. They're bad. All right, we got some callers lined up. Let's not make it too long tonight, callers. All right, it is 10 o'clock. I am riding kind of like a second wind, and it's going to die down, so let's not make it too long. All right, here we go. Where's my background? Where'd my background go? Where'd you go, bro? Is this it? Is that my back? There we go. That's sort of it. All right, Dex, what's up, man? What do you got for me? Dex, you there, bro?
I'm trying to do something different. Hold up. I think it's working now.
Well, I've got you here on 2 different is it this one? You there? Okay, I guess not. Dex, try calling in here in a little bit. Unbiased Bram, what's up, man?
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Arkansas, who team stinks? Arkansas, who team stinks? It's a hard knock life.
Jay-Z, baby. When he was good. When Jay-Z was good. What do you got for me, fam?
I mean, I don't have much. I have as much as the team has, unfortunately. This will not be very long. I just wanted to just send you salutations and love and peace and gold and silky wavy hair. Something I don't have. Yeah, shake it, baby, shake it. There's really nothing about this team that we can really talk about, man. You know, we got injuries now on top of being a bad team. I mean, this is the lost season. This is something we can talk about in the future. The lost season. We went from Final Four aspirations to not even making an NIT berth. This team, if we win 3 more games this year, we should be happy. If we can finish the season 3-9. That's just how bad it is.
Well, that's what I said a little while back. I said, just enjoy the wins you do get. Just enjoy the wins you do get, man, because there's not many that are going to come your way.
I'm surprised you don't have a glass of some bourbon there with you.
I should, but it makes me sleepy, and I'm already running on like 4 hours of sleep. And I'm like, we're gonna make it a call-in show, and I'm gonna drink some caffeine. I'm gonna get it going because I got to bring the energy. You guys know how I be. I got to bring the energy.
Energy is something I don't have.
Hey, what do you do? Are you at work right now?
Yeah, always, man. I'm an overnight worker, man. I'm overnight management. Hold on.
Yeah, that's right. You told me that once before. All right, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to be here that long. It ain't really too much to talk about. I mean, we could go over the stats, and I think we had one player in double figures.
Yep. And well, no, they ended up with 2. They did end up with 2 guys in double figures today.
And there was some stats that I heard earlier today that was amazing. That we played 6 before tonight's game. We had 5 games, and our highest assist guy had 10 total assists. That means our highest average assist per game guy in SEC play is 2 assists a game. 3 players have more than 2 offensive rebounds in the SEC play. I mean, we're just a bad team. Can't shoot, can't rebound. Oh my goodness, we can't rebound. I mean, they just did whatever they wanted on the offensive glass. It's just
gotten worse and worse on the boards. It's just gotten worse and worse, dude. You know what the rebound? Here's how that number looks: 43 total rebounds to Arkansas's 28.
Are we surprised? I thought it was worse than that. The way it looked when I did watch the game, it looked like it was double the rebounds. Because I'd glance and then go off. I'm like, okay, we're down by 13. Let me look at it for a little bit. Then when we get down by 18, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'll just take a peek and see if anything happened. And the lead just kept getting larger and larger. And it's like, okay, there's nothing else to watch here.
Well, they did. In the first half, they showed a little bit of fight. They were able to bring it down. I think they got it down within 6 or 7 points. It looked like there was a little bit of fight there in the first half. And I thought, well, okay, maybe because that starting lineup was wild, first off. But I thought, okay, well, maybe we're on to something here. And Pinion was trying his best playing some defense. I liked a little bit of the hustle, and yet they still it's always like they're just not good enough no matter who's on the floor ever. It doesn't matter the combination, doesn't matter the rotation. You'll get guys that'll hustle. Some just unfortunately, it's like one or two guys on the floor at a time. This team.
So unfortunately, we're the Arkansas Pepe Le Pews because we stink.
They stink worse than my wife thinks this cigar stinks.
Yeah. Well, Ty, I hope you make it through the rest of this night very peaceful and don't be on too long because, I mean, it's not really worth the time. But I hope everybody, smash the like, show you some love, man, because, our team ain't doing anything for us. I mean, this has been a very disappointing year in Razorback athletics. It's been this is one of the – I don't think I've not seen a season this bad with basketball and football at the same time since
well,
I think it was one season in the early 2000s. I think we stunk this bad.
You had, of course, the Pelfrey years where it was the last time. I don't remember what year.
Yeah, but I don't think but to be this bad at football and basketball equally with expectations, nah. Yeah, years with Pelfrey, after the first year we knew we wasn't going to be that good of a team. Now it's like we're being bottom feeders with expectations. It hits a little different. You're
not wrong. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, man. Blessings to everyone.
Don't work too hard today.
Well, I got to work harder than the Razorbacks. I do. I have to work harder than that.
Take it easy, bro.
Sorry. You too, bro. Sheesh.
Before we take the next call, I want to say a special shout out, of course, to our sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. There they are. Same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, you name it, they do it. They got you covered. Their link is provided for you down below. It's free estimates, again, hundreds of 5-star reviews, including your boy. I've got a door on from them. There's a video that plays on the other shows at the beginning. You could see them installing my door. I love it, and they did a great job, and it has kicked ass during the winter. I'm going to tell you that right now. All the cold is just on one side of the garage. So fantastic. And also, of course, the Odd Soul Craft Bar and Pizzeria on Emma Street in Springdale. Fantastic pies, great staff. There's no better place in town if you want to grab a pie and you want to sulk a little bit and grab you a couple beers or some IPAs, whatever. Go check out the Odd Soul. They've got you covered. Again, on Emma Street in Springdale. Addison's not wrong. Chris Beard is a hell of a coach, and I mean, he's a hell of a coach. He fell in their lap. They didn't waste any time to go get Chris Beard. What's that? What's the evidence? Who cares? Bring him on over anyways. I'm kidding. I don't think it was that bad. All right, we got another call. What's up, Dex? What's going on, brother? What do you got for me?
First and foremost, I think you said something about not doing the shows anymore.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm doing fewer live shows during the week. So like Wednesday, normally I have a Wednesday show. I didn't do a Wednesday show, but instead there was an edited video that was published.
I'm encouraging you to continue to do the shows.
Okay.
Because I feel like I enjoy what you do. So just keep doing the shows first and foremost.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Trevin Brazil.
Who?
Who's
that?
Trevin.
Does he play for Arkansas?
Our forward, the 6 and $1 million guy, whatever he is. I don't know. I feel like what you and the Woo Pig podcast, y'all do a lot of things similar, and y'all may have a lot of similar like opinions or whatever.
Okay.
I don't subscribe to bashing young people. They're adults, of course, but like, you know.
Well, what? No, hold on. Are you saying I'm bashing Brazil?
No. Like, I'm not even. I ain't even taking no shots at the Woo Pig. Like, I like that show too. It's cool. It's cool. It's funny. It's comical. But like, I just want to start off by saying I'm not trying to bash nobody. They putting on for the whole state. You know, they just not doing so well right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But a few things I do want to point out though.
All right.
Trevor Brazile, I feel like he lacks a certain feel for the game. And outside of that, a certain cognitive ability to play the game. Outside of that, the next thing I would say, we need to see so much more of Joseph Pinion, so much more of Bayfall. I can almost get. I'm not a coach. I go to UAPB, University of Arkansas. I'm in band. If y'all can see that.
All right.
I play the saxophone.
Hey.
But, shout out to our girls too. They going off in the swag. Yeah. But Zay
Arkansas
Green,
Pride, baby. Arkansas Pride. It's all good.
She our star player. Anyway, but like still, like when you got people out there that want to play, they'll play well. That's really what I'm speaking about with Joseph Pinion. He had 10 tonight.
Yeah.
We need to see more of Joseph Pinion.
Okay.
Need to see way more of Bayfall.
So just to give you a heads up, Pinion did have. I mean, this was anytime he's 10 points, 1 board. I thought he had a steal. I guess not. He did have 3 blocks tonight.
He had a good game. That's the bottom line.
It is. He was minus 9. He did. He had a good game, but he was minus 9.
The team is minus.
Right.
The team is negative.
I hear you.
It's not like, but these are guys. These are people, humans. Nothing against the team.
But they're not above criticism, though, right?
No, not by any extent of the definition. It's like, criticism is something that anybody could use.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a lot of criticism in a lot of ways.
I get a lot of criticism.
I feel as a fan base, though, we all should put in a position. We want to see Joseph Pinion. He showed tonight that he can shoot the ball when he's open. He took a few bad shots. He can shoot the ball when he's open. Can you agree with that, Ty?
Oh yeah. No, I not all season, but he certainly has tonight.
The end of the game. Did you see Bayfall?
He ended up with.
Did you see his activity around the rim?
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. The final 5 minutes, I was getting set up. I didn't watch the final few minutes. I'm going to be real. I mean, I went live. I think I went live with like a minute left to go in the game. I was setting this thing up. This thing was over. All the quality stuff.
I switched off earlier or whatever. I started watching YouTube.
All the quality stuff we're talking about had already happened. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion. Arkansas was getting blown out. Hell, the title was what it was with, again, like 4 minutes to go is when I typed the title in. I knew this thing was, we all knew. Everyone knew. Anyone who has a set of eyes knew that this was going to be a blowout. Hey, I appreciate your call, man. I've got some more people lined up. I hear you about Pinion. We'll have to, who knows moving forward what Muss does. I mean, maybe Pinion does get some more minutes. But I appreciate the compliments.
No Trevor in Brazil for right now, though, until he gets more cognitive.
Well, he got hurt. Something up with his knee. I mean, I don't know. You could put a broom out there on the floor. It'd be about as effective as Brazil. I appreciate your call, Dex. Thank you, man. Okay, I don't know. What's going on? Touchdown Hogs. What's up, man?
Ty, you doing all right, man?
Man, I'm on that second win right now, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I second what that your previous caller just said about Joseph Pinion. I think that, it's hard to just expect somebody to just come out and have a high shooting percentage if they don't have a bunch of reps. You got to get them warmed up. You got to get them going. I don't care how ugly it looks, but you need to give some of these guys a chance to get hot. And quite frankly, they just don't have enough playing time. You know what I mean? And,
I mean, I think that's been the challenge, and this is one of the biggest criticisms Muss has had over the years. He yanks guys way too quick, especially if they're smaller. Now, Pinion's not small, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. The minute he thinks you're not playing good defense, and maybe you take a wasted shot, you're pulled. You're done. I mean, we saw that with Connor Vanover, even after a few games where he looked okay. Not a couple of years ago.
And I wanted to sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to kind of switch over to talk about football for just a second, if that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, fire away.
So, with Bobby Petrino, with his arrival, I think a lot of people, including myself, actually saw that coming. And, I'm not necessarily worried about the offense this year. I know that's kind of a unpopular opinion, but I'm not really that concerned about the offense this year because I believe he can do more with less. And I mean, he almost beat us with Missouri State. And if Bryce Stevens didn't take that punt return, I mean, we had a 99.9% chance of losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we were that close to losing to Missouri State.
Yeah.
And so my question to you is this. Really, it's, I guess, an observation and a question. Looking at, what happened in the transfer portal with the linebackers, I mean, I feel like on the defensive line, we can manage. If they stay healthy, the defensive line is going to be good enough. I don't know maybe how the secondary is going to hold up, but I certainly think, I mean, you're going to have to get – I mean, I'd be cool with not picking up any more offensive linemen and just going linebackers and coming up to some of these guys in the portal and saying, look, you can be our guy. This is your opportunity. You're going to get some instant playing time. Yeah. And I think, I don't know my confidence at the safety position, but I do feel like at linebacker, that is our biggest weakness easily, even with the addition of Xavier Sori and I honestly, I can't even think of any other linebackers right now. You know what I mean? I can't even think of I can't even have a name that comes to mind right now. We need star power at the linebacker position. Look at all the success that Nick Saban had at Alabama with Kirby Smart. You talk about, a front seven or a linebacking group that is dominant. Mm-hmm. And it makes you feel, I mean, I've never been on the football field, but I guarantee you those linebackers that used to play at Alabama were pretty intimidating. And we don't have that at linebacker position right now. So I just wanted to, I'm going to jump off here, man. I appreciate, you hosting these shows and, what you do for the community and all that. And, I guess we're just going to look ahead towards football season. But, let me know what you think about the linebacker situation, man. Y'all have a great night, man.
I appreciate your call, man. Well, it's still early. They still got some spots left, apparently. I do like Xavier Sori. I like him a lot. I think they're going to – so they lost Manny Powell, Jordan Crook, Jaheim Thomas. We know Christopher Pupal's out. There's a lot of – for early on in camp, there was a lot of excitement around Carson Dean for a couple of days in camp. There was a lot of talk, at least not all media people there at practice, but a couple that thought Dean might be good enough to make 3 deep. Never happened that I recall. You felt like they actually had a little bit of that old QDM, quality depth. You felt like they had it. Going into next year, I mean, you got Sanford back. We'll see what happens, right? And again, Xavier Sori is one of them. I know off the top of my head, I'm forgetting names, but I know they offered Khalil Jacobs. I know I haven't got an update on him. I haven't checked. He may have committed elsewhere. He's out of South Alabama, 6'2", 220. Not great grades, although his cover grades are pretty good, according to PFF, who, by the way, is under some scrutiny, as they should be, PFF. But some of I kind of get their deeper analytical side of stuff. I kind of get I'm with some of the stuff when they talk about like where they're lining up and all that. Some of that seems to be pretty accurate as far as I could tell. Their grading side of things is where I'm a little skeptical, but he is graded out. Khalil Jacobs at 76.8 according to PFF. I know they were all over him. I, again, don't have an update on him. He may have committed elsewhere. They went after, I think they offered Sean Murphy, the Bama linebacker who ended up committing to Florida State. They have whiffed on a number of guys. And to be fair, they throw out all these offers, and it's easy to say, well, they whiffed on this guy and this guy and this guy. Everybody does that, right? Everybody, my mic is way down. Sorry about that. Everybody whiffs, right? But Arkansas at some positions of need, and I agree, linebacker is certainly a position they need to take a look at through the portal. And I think they will. I think they're going to try and at least add another linebacker. So yeah. And I know someone's going to bring up one of the freshmen. I have a hard time in this day and age. Portal guys are going to more than likely get the nod. I mean, how many true freshmen really got an opportunity last year? Not very many. All right, next up, we've got none other than Tim himself from Don't Read the Comment podcast. What's going on, Tim?
Man, Ty, I want to be angry. I want to. I really don't. I want to be happy. I want to love the Razorbacks. I want to love them, but if I can't love them, I want to be angry. I want to be angry at the refs or something and say that loss was bullshit.
Yeah.
But really,
not tonight.
It's I think it's settled on apathy. I feel like I almost just don't care now because we've gotten to this point that if the players don't care and you can't tell me that they do, then why should I care anymore? You know, I'm watching Sharman out there trying to rebound and he can't. I'm watching Marshmallow out there trying to play defense and he can't, man. Marshmallow can't play defense. Sharman can't play defense. I mean, bro, Cloud out there trying to play defense. We're soft. We're soft and it's funny. It's funny. It's not even anger anymore. It's just funny. It's funny that we're so soft. Talk to me.
Their play around the rim is so embarrassing. I mean, I know they get a bunch of blocks, but it's just so easy to dribble drive right to the rim. It's like they're either out of position or they just get out physicaled. I mean, I don't know. You're not wrong. They are soft.
I mean, you and me talk multiple times a week.
Yeah.
And you've heard me criticize Pinion and you've heard me criticize Devo. But at the end of the day, man, I have to admit a little bit that I'm wrong about Pinion, not because I think he's good, because I still think he's trash. But at least he's got enough heart out there to go out and try. Like, he played defense to the final second of that game.
I agree.
He may be horrible at defense. Like, at 46 years old and injured and fat, I could probably play as good a defense as Pinion.
Hey,
but
be careful. He'll challenge you now.
You know, come on. Come with it, bro. But at the same time, at least he's out there trying.
He is. And
listen, I'll tell you, like, I may criticize Devo's decision-making because, man, he makes some of the worst, most rotten decisions that have ever been made on a basketball court. But he's got some fight in him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, don't kick a dude in the nuts. But you know what? If that's what it takes to get you going, then kick a dude in the nuts because right now everybody else is falling on the ground. It's soft. It's clouds. It's toilet paper.
I don't want anyone to think that, you know, we had a guy call, or we had a caller earlier who's like, you know, we don't need to take shots at the players and all that. And I'm sure that was a reference to the Pinion stuff from Woo Pig Pod. And I will say this, again, and the caller admitted too, they're not above criticism.
Yeah.
And Pinion tonight is like the guy who doesn't deserve, you know, outside of, I think, is he limited? Sure. But I'm not going to criticize him on effort. I mean, that dude.
No, his effort is probably some of the best effort on the team, which
it is.
He doesn't have the talent of every other player on the team, but he's got the heart. So
I think he's got potential. I really think he could do something.
Man, he doesn't play defense and he can't shoot unless he's wide open. He's a double screen wide open shooter, and that's it. That's the problem with Pinion. In a D2, D3 school, he's a superstar. In a D1 school, he's not. But man, I'd take effort over what we got from everybody else. I'll take his effort all day long. Tell me I'm wrong, Ty. Tell me I'm wrong, chat.
By the way, we're going to be doing a watch party on Saturday with the Don't Read the Comments podcast with Tim here and Travis.
That's right.
We're going to be doing
calling it now 150-50 Kentucky.
Oh my gosh.
Because the heart's going to be gone in the first 4 minutes of the game and everybody will give up but Pinion and Devo.
We're going to be hammered.
Come watch, it's going to be a good time.
It's going
to be a good time.
I'm
going to leave you with that, buddy. You can comment on what I said. I won't read it because you know what our podcast is called. But I mean, tell me I'm wrong, buddy.
If only we need more episodes. I want more.
It's coming. It's coming. I promise. We're going to drop a bunch this year. We're doing it.
I'm sitting here taking an hour and a half to make a thumbnail for a video that Travis can make in about 45 seconds. And I need
he's
something
the most talented.
To
He's the most talented person I know. Love having him as a co-host. He drives the show. Very entertaining. You guys will love it. I mostly just say stuff that people get mad about. That's why I'm on here tonight. That's why I'm referring to our players as Charmin, Marshmallow, and Cloud. And I mean, they got to show me something better than that. And I'm out, buddy.
All right, man. Oh, well, he just left for that. I was gonna respond, but he's out. All right. Link is still provided for you guys in chat if you want to call in. I do appreciate you guys. Listen, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely having to limit the amount of live shows I do because saying the same thing, it feels that way in post game shows. But I do post game shows because I mean it's what I do. It's I've done those for a while now. Those are going to always stick around. That's also something our sponsors get. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing post games. I don't know what the live streaming schedule is going to really look like moving forward. Again, there's edited content produced today. Friday, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I mean, I'm sure I'll find something. I'm going to be looking up everything I can tomorrow to figure out what kind of show we're going to put together on Friday. I'm sure we'll have something. But it's brutal. No one really wants to talk basketball. Everyone's moved on to football. And so that's what I'm going to give you guys, and maybe a little bit of baseball. I've had a few of you actually reach out to me about doing baseball. So maybe we will. I don't know. Again, link is provided for you. Greg Davis, Ty. What? Did I miss something? DMAC says we need you. You provide a personal perspective that people really enjoy. Well, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I do. I know you guys, most of you enjoy the content, and I always want to, for a while, all I did was edited content years ago. That's all I did. I did just edited content. And then, I don't know, 2000, what year was that when I started doing post-game lives? Feels like 20, I don't know, but started doing them and I'm not changing from post games. They're going to stick around. Let's look at these numbers here really quick. I know it was a blowout. Ole Miss winning 77-51. We knew by halftime. Hell, we knew. I feel like everyone knew by tip-off this was not going to be pretty. Ole Miss shot 47%, 31 of 66. They were 7 of 19 outside. That's right. They shot, again, another opponent shooting north of 35%, which 34 would be tolerable. But then you're getting north. Now you're starting to dip into, you're getting opponents making 7, 8, 9 threes. And teams are shooting fairly well outside on Arkansas because all their looks are wide open. It's not hard to find an open look against this perimeter defense. It's all across the board where they're bad. There's just no area. This is the worst defense in the SEC. It's one of the worst defenses in the country. And that's why Ole Miss is able to shoot 37%. They also were 8 of 10 at the free throw line, 80% there. Their leading scorer, of course, was Murray, 21 points. Yeah, I turned the final 4 minutes. I was already working on making sure the thumbnail looked okay. I mean, I was done with the game. And I don't ever do that. Like, unless it's a blowout in the final 30 seconds, then I do. That's why sometimes I don't go live until a few minutes after. This time we were live and up by like 30 or 40 seconds left to go in the game, and that's unheard of for me. I typically don't do that. But this game we knew what was coming. Again, we knew from tip-off this was probably not going to go their way. Tremont Mark did not play. Brazil didn't play much. Looked like he banged up his knee. Going back to Ole Miss here really quick. Again, 43 rebounds. They had 16 offensive boards, 43 total rebounds, 17 assists, 9 turnovers, 17 fouls. Arkansas, 17 of 51 shooting, 33%. 5 of 22 outside, just south of 23%, and they were 12 of 18 at the free throw line. You can't say you didn't get to the line. You got to the line. Okay, it's not their average, but they got to the line. They had 18 attempts there. Again, 28 rebounds, 13 assists. You like that number of assists. You just don't like the 14 turnovers. They did have 8 blocks in this game, which, again, is pretty impressive when it's Pinion, who's the leading shot blocker and your second leading scorer. He did have a good game, to be fair. And sometimes you got to have guys around you. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Sounds like us talking about the Razorback football offense. Got to have guys around you, and they don't have it. Their offensive identity is I don't know what it is. It's crazy to me that they've been a top 6 offensive scoring team leading into this week in the SEC. Top 6. And again, here we go again with scoring just around in the 50s, getting blown out. It's unreal. They're just I don't know. Like I said, I want to put that gold chain on for somebody this year, but it doesn't look like we're going to get too many opportunities. We're going to have to find excuses to put that chain on because I like wearing it. I think I look pretty dope with it. Again, here's the link if you guys want to call in. Let me I need to have this call in link. This is the link. So if you want to call in, here's your shot. There you go. I don't know why it did that. Why does it do that? That's not that. See, you click on that link and it's not going to work. You son of a. Let's try that again. There you go. We'll just call it that. There you go. The trainer may need the gold chain. I think fans may need the gold. The people who show up to these games are going to need gold chains. Arkansas going to take on Kentucky at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Again, we're going to do we're going to be live during the game on Saturday. We're going to do that yet again. Shout out to Don't Read the Comments, the podcast, Tim and Travis. Always a lot of fun. These players just cashed their first lotto paycheck in life. I probably should have read this first. And they on top of the world, blowing it on hair dye, nail polish, and clothes. They might be soft. I don't know. You guys seem to think that has something to do with it, with their fingernails and what color their hair is. I don't care about that. I mean, Devo was doing that last year, and Arkansas at least made the Sweet 16. Nobody was complaining about it. Kentucky will curb stomp us. You're not wrong. That's going to be an ugly game. Our thing is we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for shots because we're going to probably take shots during that game. And my first idea was, well, let's just do shots for how many times Arkansas knocks down a 3. Someone had mentioned Kentucky. However many shots they nail or 3-point shots they nail is how many shots we got to take. So for every 3 they make, we take a shot. We'd be hammered by halftime. It would be over. We would be it would be incoherent is what it would be. This show is awesome. I appreciate you, Pocket Watch. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm trying to scroll up here, see if I missed any. Oh, we did have a super chat. I missed it. Tercer says Hogs ball equal poopy flavored lollipop. I can't argue with it, man. I mean, it's crazy. 17 of 51 shooting, 5 of 22 outside. I mean, he must rotate, I think, about 10 players by the 10-minute mark in the first half. I mean, it's just so obvious. They're searching and they're searching and searching and searching. They can't find it. And at this point, I mean, you're coming up on February. You still haven't found it. you're in a lot of trouble. I mean, they're already in trouble. I get that, but it's only getting worse. And their net ranking, who cares? It's going to be bad. We know this. Next week, it's going to be rough. They're going to continue to drop, and their odds of doing anything postseason are just gone. I mean, I just don't know how they. I don't know how they. I don't know how they get out of it. I mean, short of obviously winning, but where are those wins? Where are they? Because I don't know. I don't know where the wins are. Pinion is a good fit at UConn because they run double screens. Listen, I'm not on the hate boat on Pinion. I'm not. I like Tim pointed out. I loved his hustle tonight. I do think. I thought, especially coming into the year, he might be able to fight his way into the rotation, but not for the reasons that have unfolded before our eyes. Not because they're searching for answers. I didn't think it would be that would be the reason why he's getting his minutes. And here we are where that's exactly what's going on. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like slightly drunk. Are my eyes red? How red are my eyes? Trying to get I probably shouldn't be drinking. Well, I mean, it's a Diet Coke. We're good. Imagine we beat Kentucky Duke in that Purdue exhibition. Well, the good news is you are at home, but that's it. Duke coming off a loss, or excuse me, Kentucky coming off a loss. Scrolling. I thought I saw something here in chat. So, well, it's not there anymore. Whatever. Maybe it was deleted. Okay, here we go. I thought we may have been a little overrated coming into the season. Fanta predicted us to win the national championship, pick third in the SEC, et cetera, but I never could have imagined we'd be this bad. That's a really good point. I mean, Southeastern 14, Blake Lovell, who's a friend of the show. I've had him on multiple times. We both sat here and talked about, how this is a top 2, top 3 quality team in the SEC. I mean, when you consider all their additions out of the portal, I mean, you're talking about a top 3 portal class in the country, top 3, top 5, depending on where you look. Again, I think the mistake was overcompensation for offense. And I guess maybe he thought he was grabbing some two-way guys, some two-way players. They don't have them, man. They don't have guys that could play on either side of the floor. It's just a level of bad I don't think anybody saw coming. Nobody saw this coming. It's not like football for 2024. I don't know anyone's going to put us in a bowl game. Would you put Arkansas in a bowl game? I know it's early. Petrino, a lot of people think Petrino's the answer. Taylor Green's going to come in here and tear it up. But in reality, I don't know that anyone would put this. You could kind of see it coming. You see what I'm getting at, right? Based on where they were at. Maybe, like a caller said earlier, Petrino's going to help stir some things up. Maybe that happens. I'm not a real big fan of the way too early stuff, but you never know, right? What we're witnessing is player mutiny. It looks like players versus Muss, and the players are fed up. If that is the case, oh my God, this is going to be a really, really, really bad year. I mean, I think we already know that it is, but I mean, like, they may not win another conference game. This would be your first losing season in conference play since I think like 2009, since Pelfrey. Just awful. Battle did play. He ended up with 11 points, 1 of 5 outside, 2 of 9 overall. He was 6 of 7 at the free throw line. Hey, all right. Just looking at these board numbers, oh my gosh, they're so bad. Brazil did go 3 of 4 at the free throw line, so those are his only points. Graham, 6 points, 0 for 2 at the line. He did go 3 for 3 shooting. Pinion again shot 50%, 3 of 6. He was 2 of 5 outside. I mean, again, he showed hustle and he showed a little bit on offense. Maybe he's going to earn some more minutes. I don't know. There is no, you don't even know what the starting five is going to look like. And again, that is just such a dangerous, that is just such a that tells you everything you need to know. You don't know what the rotation is going to look like. You don't know who your starting five, and you're going into the end of January with that. It's Boss Hawk says, Ty, go rewatch Battle Injury. He wasn't hurt. His limp on the way back to the bench wasn't convincing at all. Kenny Long says, with our budget and facilities, we should be better than just one step above Vanderbilt. Did you guys watch Alabama? That was a more enticing game. Auburn was down, I think it was like 14 at half, came back, made it a hell of a game. And people are bragging on Nate Oates, and I'm sitting here like, bro, Auburn nearly came back and won that game. I think an Alabama player, they fouled on a three-point shot, and he made all three, and they were able to close the gap. It looked like that thing was either going to go into maybe overtime or Auburn was going to find a way to get the win. Alabama gets the upset. They're now 13-6, 5-1 in conference play. Or no, they should be 6-1, right? Hold on, is that right? 5-1 conference play. Anyways, Auburn. So yeah, Auburn's 5-1. They're going to fall to 16-3 on the year. Sometimes you just don't know with ESPN. You just don't know. Yeah, that's right. 16-3. So right now the best records in the SEC are Auburn and Alabama at 5-1. Tennessee at 4-1, just a half game out. South Carolina, probably one of the biggest surprises in my opinion, 4-2. South Carolina, who just came off that win against Kentucky at home, 79-62. Kentucky's going to walk into Bud Walton pissed off, looking for a dub. So I don't know, man. In the SEC, defense is no longer the most important factor in winning games. You have to score and keep scoring. You'll get a few 3-and-outs for just showing up. Leon Hayes says this team has given up and don't trust Muss. Yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get some much needed sleep. Got to get up early in the morning. So don't know. Friday, I will be live. It's going to be kind of a hectic day. We're going to record a podcast that evening, myself and Don't Read the Comment podcast. And then Saturday, I'm going to head back over there, and we're going to watch this game together with you guys. So we're going to do that again. I think this is like the third or fourth time we've done that, where we've kind of collabed. So I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Runner says, you're on my big screen. Got YouTube up on my Roku TV. We used to have a guy that would come through here, and he would put the show on he owned a restaurant. He'd put the show on his TVs. We had another guy that was in some kind of meeting, and they had me playing in the background. I thought that was pretty cool. Hats up, Ty. What? Yeah, I got a hat back there. Do you mean heads up? I don't know. Ty, appreciate you, good sir. Woo Pig Suey. The good news is it's now football season. Well, for a lot of people, it's baseball season. So, all right, that's going to be it. I appreciate you. I will remember to like the stream, share the content, subscribe if you're new here, and yeah, try to, I don't know, get ready for Saturday, because I feel like we all know what's coming on Saturday. So, yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later on.